Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, it's going to be a little bit different to what I normally do. Typically I take you guys around and show you what I'm up to. But today I am going to talk to you a little bit about what a homestead is and the 5 things that they don't tell you about running a homestead. So let's dive on in, and I am going to tell you what the definition of a homestead is. So I googled the definition and it came up with: homesteading is a lifestyle of self-sufficiency. It is characterized as agriculture, home preservation of food, and may also involve small-scale production of textiles, clothing, and craft work for household use and for sale. So basically, that means that a homestead is a small farm, I guess you could say, that produces and creates products that they can sell as well as use in the home. So that's where we get into what we get up to at the homestead. Definition that I gave you guys, I said that self-sufficiency is kind of like the first couple of words of a homesteading definition, and self-sufficiency is a really big important thing to us, and our first step into self-sufficiency is our wood stove. It means that Tyler has to go out every weekend and make sure that we have enough wood piled. We have probably not enough for this winter, so he does cut wood for us pretty much every weekend. He's also cutting wood for next year to pile that up to make sure that he's not having to do as much come next year, but he's always going to be out there in the wintertime cutting wood. There's no option in it. We do have heat, but we do not use it unless we have to use it, which we because he doesn't even fill the oil tank all the way up. That's the other thing, is we don't have like electric heat, we have an oil tank, but he doesn't typically fill that up, so it's kind of touch and go on whether or not we're gonna be warm. But we got the wood stove here and she's been going all day. And she's still going now, and she will not stop. So when he's at work, I will keep topping her up with wood, and then when he comes home tonight, probably early morning, it'll almost be out, but he'll be able to still get a fire going with the coals and things. So that is number 1, wood stove, heat, self-sufficiency. Number 2 is that chickens and baby chicks at Tractor Supply are a gateway drug. What I mean by that is that when you go to Tractor Supply and you see that they have tons of baby chickens there for $3 or $4 a piece, and you buy 20 of them, then you're going to end up with a bunch of big chickens, and then you're going to want more. And then you end up with 40, 50, 60 chickens. I have not done that, because the first time I seen chickens, I was like, oh my god. Bought 6 of them. They lasted 6 months. They started laying, and then a fox got in the coop and ate them all. And that was basically the story of my life for like probably 2 years, is I would buy chickens, I would put them in the coop, they would get to be big chickens, and then the fox would come and eat them. Until Tyler shot the fox. So, there are definitely more foxes out there, but we don't have to worry about them as much because we got a rooster. Rooster protects his hens. It's a lot better. But chickens are a gateway drug. If it wasn't for chickens, I never would have got pig. If it wasn't for chicken, or if it wasn't for pig, I would have never got goats. we wouldn't be getting bees, and we wouldn't be trying to live this self-sufficient lifestyle. But the chickens was where it started. So chickens are a gateway drug. Number 3 is that cats are essential. These little babies, you're so cute. They are absolutely essential. You definitely need to have cats on your homestead, because when we first moved here, we had no cats. We just had the dogs, and we had 2 snakes in our house. Like, Tyler was working, I was piling up dirty laundry around like the frame of the door to make sure that the snake didn't get in, because I was washing the dishes one day and I felt this thing touch my foot when the AC came on, and I was like, what is that? And I looked down, and we have like a vent right underneath the sink, and I pulled out an entire like snake skin. It had just shedded its skin as it was coming through the vent, and then it was in the house for like a solid week, and we couldn't find it. And then I was actually just started working, and I was going for like, I can't remember what I was going for, but I was going to work for something, and as I took a nap on the couch, and then I got up, and as I got up, there it was in my dining room. It was a snake. I called Tyler. I was like, oh my God, the snake is in the house. He said, what does it look like? And I said, it's got little diamonds on its back. He said, oh my God, it's a copperhead. Kill it now. So I didn't know what to do. I grabbed a shovel. I started beating it with the shovel. I chopped its head off. I also caused some great damage to our wooden floor. And then I killed it. So that was fine. And then when he came home, I sent him a picture of it to tell him that I killed it. And then he texted me back and he said, that's not a copperhead, that's a baby black snake. And I was like, well, you didn't ask me what colour it was. You just asked me, does it have diamonds on it? And it did. So you told me to kill it. But I could have just picked it up and thrown it outside. So anyway, since then, we got cats. And we've had cats now for 2 years. And other than they occasionally get a little black snake and they might drop it off in front of Tyler's door of his car. They do not, we get the occasional snake, but they're not in the house. They don't come in the house, and that's because I have babies here, and I also have like 5 more outside. So they are also a gateway drug. Do not get too many cats, because then your boyfriend or your husband, your significant other, will kill you because you have too many cats. And your mother will call you a crazy cat lady. So number 4 is that you have to plan, and that it goes for everything. I have a journal and I have a diary. With each of those, I make sure that I have notes down about what I want to do in the garden this spring, dates that I'm getting ready to plant. I also have to plan my breeding schedule, so when the girls I think got pregnant, when they're going to be due, when they need their vaccines before their babies come, when their babies are going to need their vaccines, all those kind of stuff you have to plan. So that is number 4. You definitely have to plan, and especially if you work a full-time job, you're not quite supplementing your income from your homestead yet. Definitely you have to plan, because you have to plan around a work schedule. So make sure, plan. And then number 5, last but not least, you get to, I wouldn't say that it's something that people don't tell you, but I would say that make sure that you enjoy and love every moment of homesteading. It is a completely different life than I never thought I would live. And it definitely has helped me to grow as a person. I've always dealt with responsibility with having horses as a kid, but there's a lot more things that go into homesteading than it is to horses, and just being able to enjoy the fruits of your labor, harvesting your vegetable crop and having eggs for breakfast every morning, having these wonderful creatures that you love so much, be able to free roam and just live a healthy lifestyle for them, as well as living a healthy lifestyle for us. I know that all of the food that I put in my mouth is grown on my home, whether it be vegetables, whether it be hopefully in the summertime, bread. We're going to be working that one out. Eggs and chicken or meat, deer that we harvest from our property. So there are just so many things that are amazing from homesteading, and especially with the way the world is at the moment, being self-sufficient and being able to contribute to your home and provide food and other things like that, milk and eggs and all that kind of stuff. It's definitely a joyous experience. So definitely enjoy living that homesteading life, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, it's a bit of a different one. I didn't really spend much time outside. I will go ahead and show you guys what I got up to today, just a couple of short shots from that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like and hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out, and I will see you guys next week. Well, I picked up my hay and my straw. So you know in my last video how I had made a little dust bath? Whoa, and it slipped again. And a dust bath with the DE and the tire and the chicken coop so that the chickens could, you know, get rid of their lice and stuff. Yeah, they've clearly been using it.